and welcome to this Board Game Life. I'm your host, Mark, and today I'm unboxing Phantom Inc. Arcana from Resonym. This is a standalone expansion to the party game Phantom Inc. Phantom Inc. Arcana adds 75 brand new question cards, over 200 new secret objects, a cooperative 2 to 3 player gameplay mode, and 22 fully illustrated tarot-themed Arcana cards with unique special abilities to spice up gameplay. Players form two teams, both competing to identify the same secret object. Teams take turns passing their spirit question cards like, what would it have as a pet? Or what is a jumbo version of it called? Spirits know the secret object and answer the questions in order to provide clues to help their mediums guess their secret object. Each turn, the mediums can spend a crystal to play one of their Arcana cards, which gives their team a one-time or permanent bonus to help them figure out the object. For example, increasing their hand size of question cards they can choose from, or letting them secretly learn the next letter of one of their clues. There's a catch. The other team doesn't see what questions you asked, but they do see the answers. Mediums call silencio when they know the clue their spirit is writing to make it hard for the other team to learn anything from the clue. This game is designed by Mary Flanagan and Max Seidman. The art is by Spring Yu. Published by Resonym in 2025 for ages 8 and up. It does have a 4 to 8 player mode and a 2 to 3 player mode. It takes about 15 to 30 minutes. And before we go to the table, as I always ask, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell icon, which it doesn't want to play now. There we go. There it is. Hit that bell icon so you'll never miss any new content. All right, so let's get to the table and see what's... Before I do, I did in my mailbag, I was like, I got these old games in the mail today. This was in there. I didn't realize this was like a 2025 release. It was brand new. I know Phantom Inc. I think was 2019. I got Obscurio, which was also 2019. For some reason, I didn't realize this came out like this year. So I'm like, oh, I have to do an unboxing, because I was like, I'm not going to do unboxings in these old games. And then I was looking at something. I was like, wait, this just came out. So I am doing an unboxing on this, and we're gonna look at it right now. All right. So again, my camera's kind of locked right now. They had software had an update, and I can't zoom my camera. So I wonder if I can do the other button. I wonder if the other one does it. No. Yeah, they don't work. I got to fix my my Steam Deck had an update, and now it will not zoom up my camera. So I got to go and fix that. But we'll be okay for this. It's thankfully it's a smaller box game. So we got a little booklet here called, it says Card Powers. So this explains the special keywords and symbols that appear on the Arcana cards. So if you have Phantom Inc., this is a standalone. You don't have to have Phantom Inc. to play this. You can play this by itself. But you can also combine this with Phantom Inc. to expand the amount of questions and all that stuff. So you can do it either way. All right. So yeah, okay. So this is going to talk about some of the symbols that appear in the Arcana cards. We have a use, an eye space, crystal. Oh boy. There's an offer. If you ask in a bonus space, whisper a letter, hand size, 2 to 3 player changes, a glossary. All right. We have our instruction booklet, which is all of 4 pages. That's it. That's the instructions. It's really a simple game. So pretty much that page right there. All right. Looks like a catalog of some of their other games. So again, there's Phantom Inc. So you can combine both. All right. And here's the 2 to 3 player. So if you have just 2 to 3 players, which is a new mode, so you can play the game with fewer people. But it is a lot of fun if you got a group. So big pads of paper, lots of cards, lots of paper. You're gonna need them. All right. So these are the questions like, what fruit vegetable or plant is it most like, or what hobby is it most associated with? So you're going to have a handful of these kind of cards, and your team's got to pick two of these cards that you hand over to your team, that your person that's trying to give you the answers to the clue, and they got to take whatever question you ask and try to answer that on this pad of paper here. They have to try to answer that to be able to help you answer the object. Like, let's say it's potato. They got to get you have to ask. So, and you don't know it's potato, but your team might have like, what units would you use to measure it? Or what government agency is in charge of it? Or what's an alternate way to use it? So, like, if this gets handed to you, okay, a potato, an alternate way to use it, you might want to say like a fry or bake, or I don't know. You might think of alternate ways to use a potato. I don't even know. What government agency is in charge of it? Government of Agricultural, right? That's the only thing I can think of. What units would you use to measure it? It's a potato. A pound? I don't know. But so you can see how it can be they're just kind of generic questions, and maybe you're trying to get a chimney or a ribbon or a birthday or a reindeer or a vacation or something, and both teams are trying to guess the same thing. So presents a little bit of a challenge there, and it's a really fun game. Both teams get to see the answer board, so you're not going to hear the other team's question to their person, but you're going to get to see what that person is writing down. So if you are getting an idea, you think you might know what the object is, you can kind of try to at least look at some of their answers, depending on how many letters come out, might help you get to it quicker. Don't know what these are. I don't think these were in the original game. I don't remember these being in the original game. I think I read that. I read something about these little in the introduction. They're crystals. Each team takes 3 crystals. I think you can use one of those to ask or get additional items. But like when you go down here on the pad, when you get to that point, like you get an additional item as well. So we do have some pencils, a baggie for maybe for the cards. There's nothing else. And then we got, these are new. These were not in the other game, but you can use 1 eye or reclaim 1 crystal, it looks like. So that's the Temperance card. There's the Emperor. For each Arcana you've played so far, including this one, use 1 eyeball. There's the Death card. Use 2 eyeballs. Your spirit chooses which clues to use them on. The Empress. For each Arcana you played so far, including this one, whisper +1 letter on your most recent clue. The Tower. Draw 3 Arcana, play 1 of them for free, and discard the others. The Fool. Ask in a bonus space. Call Silencio after 1 letter. You can't guess this turn, and you reclaim a crystal if you do. Justice. This copies an Arcana that your opponents have played. The Sun. If you ask this turn, offer all the questions from your hand to choose from, then draw a fresh hand. That's kind of nice. The Star. Your spirit marks a star on any number of clues to focus on. You can reclaim a crystal. There's the Moon. If you ask this turn, you get to offer +2 questions from your hand to choose from. Reclaim a crystal. Magician. Use 2 eyes on your clues. Whisper the new letters. The Chariot. Ask in a bonus space. You can't guess this turn. Judgment. Name a letter. Your spirit reveals if the object contains the letter. All right. So then we've got some purple ones. They look the same on each side. The Hermit. For the rest of the game, whenever you use an eyeball on one of your clues, you whisper the new letters. The Hierophant. For the rest of the game, whenever you use an eyeball, your spirit chooses which clue to use it on. The World. Whenever you use an eyeball, draw 1 question. Your hand size is permanently +1. Wheel of Fortune. Draw 2 questions. Your hand size is permanently +2, and reclaim a crystal. High Priestess. For the rest of the game, whenever you call Silencio after 1 or 2 letters, you get to use 1 eyeball, use it on any clue. The Hanged Man. For the rest of the game, whenever you ask, offer +1 question from the deck to choose from. The Devil. For the rest of the game, whenever you ask, if you played an Arcana this turn, offer +2 questions from your hand to choose from. Strength. For the rest of the game, whenever you use an eyeball, reveal 1 more letter on that clue. And the Lovers. For the rest of the game, whenever you call Silencio after 1 to 2 letters, you whisper +1 letter on the same clue. Okay, so those are the new tarot-sized cards here. All right, so that is a look at what comes in Phantom Ink Arcana. And like I said, I played Phantom Ink the other day. I absolutely love the game, had to buy it. It is sitting right here, still in shrink. It arrived. I had to pick up both. This is a really, really fun game. So more of it is a good thing. It's a plus. All right. Well, I appreciate you watching. Please do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, help us get to 500 subscribers. And really appreciate it. Again, it's free. Hit that bell icon. You'll know when we're dropping new content. Really appreciate you. And we will see you at the table.